200-meter semis, and this is the young sensation, the 20-year-old Olympian Erriyon Knighton.
He actually competed in Tokyo, making his first Olympic team 3 years ago. He became the youngest American ever to compete in track and field at the Olympics since Jim Ryan back in 1964. He likes outside lanes, and he's one of the best turn runners in the world.
On his inside is Kyrie King.
And despite matching his personal best in the 100, he ran 9.97. He still missed the final by 0.04 of a second. Can you imagine that? He dyes his hair different colors. This time, the theme is the Joker. He says, I came to throw my name in the hat, cause a little chaos, and stir things up a bit. He looked good in the prelims.
And he said he really enjoyed running with his teammate Kenny Bednarek, Kung Fu Kenny, and that really got him to push himself along. There's the full field for you. Keep an eye on lane 6 as well. Garrett Kalin.
Yeah, he's coming off of his sophomore season at Nebraska, and we're keeping our eye on him because of how well he ran in his heat. 20.28, just off of his 20.25 personal best. Like Knighton, he's a 20-year-old, but Knighton here should dominate. And Kyrie King, if he's smart, just hangs on to him around the turn. You're going to see those brilliant turns from Knighton that I've been talking about.
Top 2 go straight through.
Set.
Let's get the men's 200 semis going. Erriyon Knighton on that yellow top.
Yeah, he didn't respond well to the gun at all. Remember, he's under race, but now here comes here comes Knighton.
And Kyrie King on the inside. Kalin pulled out early. Maybe he's injured. No worries for Erriyon Knighton, though. Look at this. 1993 for Knighton over Kyrie King.
For a guy who has not raced a lot, okay, first of all, his race model is all off, Sonia, but sub 20 just that easily.
Yeah, he looked really good. We may not have mentioned today that he has not competed all season, and he's still just a youngster. He's only 20 years old, and so to run with such maturity in the semifinal heat, I mean, that was mind-blowing. He is ready. We have a big 3 again, Otto, in this event.
There's no question. So now I understand why Knighton didn't get a good run around the turn. He didn't respond well to the gun. He was actually looking over at Hicklin halfway through. This is somebody who is so supremely confident. When you look at the under 20 rankings for the 200, he owns the top 10. He is that good, so he clearly had a lot of confidence. He was not worried about King. He sauntered around that turn and then turned it on. He is comfortably into that final.
Have you ever seen anyone do that? I've never seen someone running the turn and look over to the person on the outside of them.
Not a 20-year-old in the Olympic trials, but this kid is different, and we've known that since the first time he stepped on the track.
It was a good run from Brandon Hicklin because he leads the time qualifiers at the moment. Top 2 in each semi go through. 3 spots for time qualifiers, and Hicklin is at the top of that order right now. So we're in the mode of men's 200s. Noah Lyle still to come, and Kung Fu Kenny Bednarek of Rice Lake, Wisconsin, has already qualified for his second Olympics. He did that via the 100 the other day. Now he'd like to go for the 200.
Yeah, we've been talking about the big 3. Well, here is the second player in the big 3. And Otto, what he did in that 100 means that the 200 is going to be scary. He made the team in what we might say was not his better event, but the way he's been looking, I mean, anything is possible.
On his outside, Addo, is the 25-year-old Courtney Lindsay.
This is the semifinal I would not want to be in because you have Bednarek, who is the world leader. Guess who's the second fastest man in the world this year? He's on your screen. Courtney Lindsay. He's had the world lead for quite some time until Bednarek came and caught him. So he will be in 7, and Bednarek is in 6. Those two, no doubt, are going to tangle on this turn on the outside.
So for the likes of Jamarian Stubbs and Chase Mars et al., they could very well be racing for that time position. I just want to quote Kenny Bednarek on something. He said, I'm healthy, I'm focused, and that is dangerous. Try keep up.
Okay, you remember yesterday, Lee, when you were talking about that 1966 Michael Johnson trials record?
Yeah.
Here's the first opportunity for that record to go with these two on the outside. We'll see how fast they want to run.
What Addo's referring to is the 1996 trials record, which is 1966, set by Michael Johnson. Let's go. Second semifinal, the men's 200.
Bednarek had a stumble yesterday in the heats. No stumble now, and he is in control. Let's see if Lindsay wants to go with him.
What a turn from Kung Fu Kenny. Look at him. Upright, strong, in control. No worries about that. Courtney Lindsay's looking around. And 1996 for Kenny Bednarek and Courtney Lindsay. They go straight through to the final.
I mean, what I love about him is like no fuss, right? Just get the job done. We talk about him being kind of the fire and ice with Noah and Kenny Bednarek. He's not going to come out here and put on a big show. He's not going to be jumping out of the building. He's just going to be laser focused, and he's going to run with so much efficiency. Watch him get out the blocks and how quickly he gets those arms pumping. He's nowhere on the gas. He is so controlled in the first 100 meters.
No, I think he probably ran that turn maybe about 75%. And now it's a question of, look, if you guys want me to let me win the semifinal in 20 flat, I'll take it. But what I'm not going to do is run my final today. So Bednarek will have his shot. I'm telling you, the biggest threat to Noah Lyles leaving here as a double Olympic trials champion is on your screen on the right. Kenny Bednarek.
What's your old saying? Don't run your final in the prelims.
No, you want to run those rounds backwards.
And that one too.
Yeah, that one too.
Kenny Bednarek, Courtney Lindsay, they are straight through. And again, very much like the women's 200s, this is setting up for a phenomenal final. So you've seen one, you've seen two, and now you're going to see three. Look, Grant Holloway just having his quiet time and ready to get to business, as is Noah Lyles. He has already won the 100. He's already on his way to Paris. Now it's time for the 200.
The American record holder in this event. Since 2019, he's been rattling off world titles. His only loss in a major final was at the Olympic Games in Tokyo when he was third behind Canada's Andre De Grasse and Kung Fu Kenny Bednarek.
He has won 3 world championship golds and Olympic bronze in the 200. His American record of 1931 is the 3rd fastest in history. Representing Adidas, Noah Lyles.
So Noah Lyles sending some subliminal messages with what he has been wearing throughout these rounds. There's on the left, the 100. You see the white. On the right, you see the red. And now he's in the blue. So this is a guy who is focused on making his 2nd Olympic team.
And he's going to be up against a regular foe in Christian Coleman. He's one lane to the inside in 6.
Having a tough Olympic trials. Just missed out on being in the individual event at 100 meters, finishing 4th behind Noah, Kenny Bednarek, and Fred Curley. And so he's in this event trying to make it in an individual event. He will most likely be on the team handling relay duties. He's the best at first leg for Team USA, but that was not the goal for Christian Coleman. He wanted to come here and he wanted to win the Olympic trials, so big disappointment for him. But he has another shot, but it's going to be really hard, as of course the 100 is by far his better event.
And Coleman made the team that went to Rio competing in the heats for Team USA in the 4x1 league.
Noah Lyles gets to race against his little brother. Josephus is in lane 4.
Glad you mentioned that. I can't think of 2 brothers in history that are both under 20 seconds flat. So this is a little bit of history here. So in lane 4 is Josephus, 1993. And then out in lane 7, the older brother Noah, 19.31. And of course, Keisha Kane Bishop, their mother, will not be looking at the start, as is her usual.
She finds it a bit too nerve-wracking. Let's set the field for the men's 200 final, which is tomorrow. Here we go. This is the last semi.
Noah Lyles making sure he takes care of business on the outside, so he'll come off the turn with a lead.
Christian Coleman going with him on the inside, but Noah has a quick look around, sees where the threat is. There's no immediate threat. Noah Lyles, 1959. That's a new Olympic trials record.
How long did I tell you that record had to live?
You said it was going to go.
Guess what? Not broken, it's wind aided. Gotcha, Lee. But that was the statement that Noah Lyles wanted to make today. Okay, Kung Fu Kenny, I see you. You look very good. Okay, Coleman, everybody else. Just remember who is the American record holder and who always runs well, it seems, in this building, Sonia.
Man, let's go back to the start. He's really improved his start. You can see how he's dragging that leg and really recovering quickly in the beginning. You know, it's a great start when Christian Coleman, who got out very well on his inside, was not able to make an impact on the stagger. And right here, Noah Lyles will take a peek on the inside. He is off the gas, but he just has so much strength at the end of the race that he still looks like he's accelerating. And 1960, unfortunately, he can't control the wind, but what a great run for him.
I can tell you this, looking at this race, as we get a look now at Noah and Josephus's mom, she's happy with the effort. Josephus is in 4th and outside the automatic qualifiers, and he will not make the final. But
He's
Noah,
like me?
listen.
1906?
Yeah, okay, it's almost, look, if the wind stays legal, 1966 is gone. But let's think a little bit about 1903.
Yeah.
Because he looks like he can approach the American record. We'll see.
All right, so it's setting up just to be an amazing final tomorrow, as is the women's 200. And Noah Lyles lead.
Forget it, guys.